forgot to do one thing. And there we go. So, last time when we were streaming, Sailor Snick managed to get through all of the Elite Four battles. So at this point, we're going to be using. We're going to be using. Well, as I was saying, the thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be attempting to get a Pixie or some other int-based monster. Now, the big thing here is that we will probably use Sailor Snick until such a point that she is unable to be used any further, or perhaps to a point that we decide to box her and use her for extra income in the case that it becomes an issue. I don't believe that it should become an issue, considering that Sailor Snick left us with a good amount of change. We've got, heck, 21k, 21.5k to our names. So, if we were to start off a new monster, we would have all of the money that we could possibly use to basically throw this monster, or the next monster, into training and absolutely just rock from then onwards. However, the other part of this being that if we don't, like I said, it's, well, I suppose for the most part we're just going to be doing what we can. And it looks like we have a viewer now. I am wondering if it is Spirit. Exactly have the ability to see who's active at the moment. Whoops. I did not mean to do that. At this point. I do kind of wish that I could see who's actually watching at the moment, but at this particular point in time, I will say that I welcome you to the stream. I'm sorry that things aren't exactly hopping right now. Just kind of getting things figured out. Not so much figured out, but set up. Because that's always fun. I'm not really... I forget what's going on with Sailor Sneck here. We're going to do a little work and see how she's doing. Not much of a boost needed, I'm just getting that power level back up. Okay, so Sailor Sneck as well. All good. Now, I suppose the big question here is, I'm not actually sure how the best way to really train monsters are. I know that there's, I obviously know that there's a good way to do it and a poorer way to do it, but at the moment I'm just not really certain how that particularly goes. Particularly before, Sailor Sneck is actually, like, in a really good position. She can get through, like, anything we really want to throw her at, unless it needs some intellect. Because, unfortunately, Sailor Sneck is quite literally dumber, or as dumb as a box of rocks. She has been given the title of probably the strongest Sneck you will ever know, and for good reason. Oh, we're getting a lot of mail here, apparently. To Sailor Sneck. It appears to be a fan letter for Sailor Sneck. How are you? I've never been a fan of fights before, but I just had to write you. I saw your last match with my husband, and I was surprised to realize what an art form fighting can be. We have tickets to your next match, too. Which is kind of surprising because Sailor Sneck doesn't even have you know, a scheduled fight right now. I mean, I can certainly just do things in the ranch until this, at which point we will get 10,000 more dollars to basically hold on to for our next monster. I'm also tempted to send her on on training because of the current rate. I can send her for skill and more than likely get it up, or I could send her to get faster or more defense. Honestly, I have to believe at this point power would be next to useless because she's already at, like, I think the max, unless there's actually a level 20 that comes at 999, which might actually be pretty awesome at that particular case. But yeah. I think we'll give these guys a break from Sailor Snick just rocking their lives like a hurricane. These are quite decent defensive games. If she gets 12, she'll be at the next level of defense. Oh, she is so close, but it's so far away. Oh dear. It isn't acting like its old self anymore. Well, that came a little faster than I wanted it to. So we're just going to give Sailor Snick some rest. Because she deserves it. So unfortunately, this means that our poor baby here, Sailor Snick, has officially retired. We shall look once more upon her stats and know that she was a fantastic partner. She got us nearly 100,000 in simply gathering, or basically she did a lot of work. So for those who are live and for those who will possibly see this at a later point in time, it is time for us to sadly look upon Sailor Snick and put her into the lab to freeze her. And everyone will know that she was actually a very, very good monster. Now, the unfortunate thing here is there's two options. And I can, on the one hand, try and see if I can find the Suezo with 1 in all stats, so I can make that and basically have a monster that is born to live, ready to die, or we simply go with something else entirely. I wish that I could ask for a suggestion for a monster, because as far as this goes, like I said, there's a couple things we want. We do want a pixie. We do also, unfortunately, want to have a monster that can die. Now, I don't like monster deaths as much as the next person. I've never had a monster die so far, and the thought of actually having a monster perish under my watch is quite rough. But I suppose at this rate we will see what we will do. I'll just go my kind of morning, chase right, and we'll see what we get. Now, we do have a dragon that is... I don't want a wall. No, this is cursed. Absolutely not. No, thank you. You look at me like that. You were all thinking it too. So let us try again. Not what I want either. But, we shall make the most of this. Not a whole lot, Commander. How's it going for you? What I am going to be doing is I'm going to be freezing Strawberry because I got two monsters that I really don't want. So what I'm going to do is put them together. So we have the wall. We have strawberry. And I'm going to use an item. Shoot, I forgot that I did not have any items. I thought I had something to actually do something with this. Well, if we're lucky, we might get a pixie, but I don't like our chances. Let's see if we can, if this will change if we put this first and this second. Only slightly. Have you got any suggestions for a title or artist or game that you would want us to slap into the CD thing to have a new monster born? Because unfortunately I sent Sailor Snick out to do some training. I thought we had a lot of time with her left, and I got a warning that I didn't really want to see, so Sailor Snick is now retired, and she'll probably be put together with a monster unless what we want to do might be something along the lines of use the dragon that we have in our pocket. We have that choice since we are looking to have a intellect-based monster, and dragons technically can do both. She got old. I basically got the last message before the monster would actually just perish. So press F to pay respects to Sailor Snick. She had a good run. She almost got us 100,000 in money. She was 5 years and 8 months old, which is relatively old for a monster, to be fair. Yes, well, this is her stats. Oh, 5 years, 4 months. like I said, we do have Smough here. We can work on raising its we can raise its intellect to make it a mixed attacker, as well as raising its power. We can also just you know, we've got different ways that we can raise it, but at this particular point, I do think that the monsters live relatively longer in this game than they do in other ones, so we might actually burn through a heck of a lot more monsters once we get to Monster Rancher 2. What we could also particularly do, which might be somewhat funny, is we could basically take Anacharis, our golem, and Sailor Snick, and we have all of these different things we might get. We could get a marble, we might get a shown mask, we might get a trident, or a bazoola. I think marble is probably Golem and Naga, because I know that the trident is Naga Golem. And I think that Bazoola is Gali Naga. No, Naga Gali. There we go. So, what is your thought? Do you want us to drag out Smough to test our luck with a dragon? Or shall we see if you have a CD or game from the PS1 era that comes with something fun? Yes, I know, existential crises. Well, just imagine if they had the life expectancy of a dog, like 17 years, you'd never have to retire a monster. You'd get just right through her. And we've got our co-star, Spirit.
Hello. I take it you would like to continue the streaming then?
I had to put Sailor Snick into retirement. She got the last message before she would die.
She had a hell of a career.
Got us almost 100,000.
Yep.
If I would have decided not to skip a tournament, she would have actually reached that 100,000, which makes me sad that I did that, because that would have been a great number to have her retire on.
Oh, yes. But still, it's not like she did bad or nothing.
Oh, heck no.
Also, I apologize for the for the wait time.
Uh-huh.
An uncle of mine had come over to visit, and I had to tend to that first.
That's not a problem. So, Curiosity, what do you want us to do? Do you want us to try and take out the dragon, raise up its intelligence and power, and have ourselves a mixed attacker? Or do you want us to create a brand new monster, or see if you can find that Suezo that has 1 in every stat?
Here's the thing. I don't even I've been having a little bit of trouble navigating the Legend Cup site.
Fair.
So I'm not going to immediately say, like, oh, we should immediately go for that Suezo, because I don't even know what code we would use for that. And if we're going to go for an int monster, like, so we can see Artabaran in action, later, of course. Like, if we were to go for an int monster, I think a pixie would probably do you best. So that way you can focus on, I think the 3 that Fenric said were the best stats to focus on are the 3 that were easiest to raise and max out in tandem.
Right.
Were intelligence, skill, and speed. And
what
all of those,
the shit did I just create?
And all of those seem like... Is that a snake in an evening gown?
It is a snake.
That looks like a snake in an evening gown.
It is a snake in an evening gown. What have I done?
Something. You've done something. It's Maleficent Snake. Not green enough. I was going to say Maleficent. I was going to say name it Maleficant, but okay.
Now, we're not raising it right now. We just had a Naga, and,
You would like to try something different for a little bit.
yeah. Maleficent will be put into the freezer next to her big sister, Sailor Snick. I did not expect that Born to Die by some random thing would have a special thing with it. But
I kept trying to recommend certain albums and artists, but it seems like all the albums I recommend are for monsters you have to do things to unlock. So
which is what we're trying to do. We're trying to get a creature that has a good int stat.
Right, and like I was saying, if what Fenric said is accurate, then I think he said the 3 easiest stats to max out, like just focusing on those 3 in tandem, are intelligence, strength, and skill. And all of those definitely seem like they would be the Pixie's bag.
Yeah, I mean, I think he said more along the lines of intellect, skill, and something else, but you also have to make sure that the monster gets plenty of defense training, because of the simple fact that if it goes down to 1, it can be one shot. No matter how strong it is. So,
But still, I do figure for an int monster, it does really seem like the Pixie chassis, if I can use that term, would probably be the best one to work with.
right. But do we know the way to actually get this to show up?
I mean, I can look up special Pixie CD codes here off of the Steam guide.
I mean, you could, but otherwise we'll be... I mean, we haven't exactly asked Commander A what CD he might want to put in.
I'm sorry, what was that last one?
What CD he'd want to put in?
What CD who would want to put in?
Commander A.
Oh,
You don't need to know anything about Monster Rancher. It's just like, do you have a game from PlayStation 1 or...
Either it's typically Tecmo games that'll give special monsters for this.
Right.
Or otherwise, you can name an album or an artist that we can look for.
Right. And then...
Because from what I understand, and you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong on this thing is basically a search engine for a database of CDs that could potentially work.
Right. It's got these cautions, too, where it's like generated monsters may not match the original Monster Rancher, which is fine. Generated monsters and their attributes may be modified. Monsters generated are assigned by Koei Tecmo, and there is no relevance between the artist and Monster Rancher unless it is...
Okay,
stated.
as one last note, Commander A, like I said, even if you don't know any, I'm sure you listen to music. You can name an album or an artist, and that will work just fine. The only warning I'm going to give you is that we'll occasionally hit on one that gives a monster that Metal needs special permission to actually have. Like, one of the ones that was my first guess was one of my favorite albums, period.
Like Prince, not
No,
Prince,
it was the album A Kind of Magic by Queen.
Right.
Easily one of my favorite albums, just period, in all of music. And that one is one of the ones that also needs a special permission, so we couldn't use it.
Yeah, it was pretty sad because I would love to have been able to use it, but we basically are at this particular period where we need to have a monster with high intellect, but I also want to give people a option of offering a CD or even music, I believe, where you'd be able to get something from it. I don't know if Toby Fox is too new. Probably is.
Hey, don't forget, this thing actually has an entry for Miracle of Sound. So they've definitely done modifications to what ones are acceptable, like, post the original release of this game.
Oh my god, it has Toby Fox.
Somehow I'm not surprised.
I am actually curious what Megalovania is going to give us.
If it gives us a skeleton, I'm gonna be mad, but I'm also laugh.
This is just kind of showing you what this needs. Oh wait, I guess I have to unlock it. Right?
You need to meet a threshold before you can have a bad time.
Oh damn.
Since I see Deltarune, I did want to say, did you have the chance to listen to that one altered song I showed you? It was like Field of Hopes and Dreams, but in a swing rhythm.
I don't believe I have.
I do recommend going back through the messages and listening to that, because it is unironically really good.
I don't need an Iceman.
That was by Lil Alien. He goes by Small Boy now on YouTube. Yeah, I literally went to look it up because I thought, Lil Alien, I don't remember that name. And you were like, oh, he goes by a Small Boy now. So, yeah, that's exactly the one that I was sharing. I genuinely don't think that would be there. No, that's a little too obscure, I think.
Yeah.
Plus, they're only trying to stick to original stuff, not remixes, I think. We already tried the Miracle of Sound one, and that one was a bust. Do you want me to name some that would actually give you a Pixie directly?
I think we're going to be stuck with that, yes. I mean, this is kind of cute, but not what we're looking for.
Oh, let's even name Spot. Maybe we'll raise him later.
You'll name him Tiny.
Did you do that on purpose?
What?
Looks like a dog. Name, or was given default name of Spot. You gave it the name Tiny.
Yeah.
Do you know the relevance of that, or
No.
Metal? Tiny was my dog who died of cancer a few years back.
Oh shit. I'm sorry.
No, there's no need to apologize. I was wondering, like, did you pick that name on purpose, or was it just a name that hit you?
It was a name that hit me.
Okay. Okay, the only question is, do you want me to aim for a specific Pixie blend, or do you want me to go for one of the Pixie unknowns?
Why don't we go with a Pixie blend? You said that one of them kind of sounded good to you, and I was just like, well, that sounds fine. I'm fine with going with it.
When I said a Pixie blend, I didn't have one specifically in mind. I was just asking, like, do you want me to get a Pixie Tiger, a Pixie Suezo, a Pixie Golem?
What?
Yeah, that's an option here. Do you want me to give you the code for that one?
No. Frick. I honestly don't know.
If you choose to leave it up to me, I guarantee I'm probably going to wind up giving you something cursed.
We'll see what your luck brings.
All right, you asked for it.
I did.
All right, artist, Rob Zombie.
Title?
What? No, I'm serious. The title is WHAT question mark.
Here we go.
I like how, because of the way I said it, you put it in all caps. For the record, this is a Pixie Naga.
It's called an allure.
Okay, can I make a note of something?
Sure.
Usually when pixies or any other especially feminine monster shows up, I tend to make a joke that about the monster being a waifu.
Yeah.
Something this tiny would be like Dataru level. I'm sure my music is obscure as fuck. Buddy, you would be shocked at the stuff they have accounted for in here.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be like Merzbow Pulse Demon levels of obscure. Though I'm pretty sure if you put in Pulse Demon by Merzbow, the monster you get out of that would basically be the Monster Rancher equivalent of Missing No. Oh. All I know is, man, they got an entry for fucking video game rap battles in this shit. And that is something I never thought would ever be acknowledged in an actual official game, like, ever.
Onyx, Sapphire, Emerald. What is the purple one?
Oh, Amethyst?
Yes!
Congratulations, Metal. You have acquired Dataru.
Yes, I have. Well, she has actually kind of low intellect.
We gon' fix that then. Of course, now I have an image of, like, you bring home, like, this little purple-skinned pixie girl, and it's like, look what I adopted today. And she's like, I may not be especially smart, but I'm willing to work hard. And meanwhile, I come in with, like, a massive stack of books, and it's like, you gonna learn today.
She lost the
Yeah, I did see that. Still, you know the saying. Mighty oaks from little acorns grow.
Yeah, we try again.
Yep.
She did it!
Not quite as funny as the stretchy arm Naga animation.
Yep.
But that's still actually kind of cute.
Yep. She was just born!
Holly, chill out for a minute. I think we want her to at least have some time to beef up before we throw her to the wolves.
Yeah. I'm gonna grow up to be a breeder like you. What should I study?
I bet you can't even guess what kind of music Man or Astro Man makes without looking it up. Bro, the name of a band is not indicative of what kind of music they make.
Indeed.
I was disabused of that notion very young.
No. Oh. I mean, unless we're talking about a band called, what would you say, Rivers of Blood. It would be amazing if it actually did something along the lines of country music. Just you go to your you go to your parents.
I mean, technically, there's a band I listen to. I think the term given for their music is like gothic country. The band itself is called Poor Man's Poison. Oh. She remembered she has wings. Good.
Yes.
Another example of band with non-indicative name for music. We also have the band Rhapsody. Now, with a name like Rhapsody, you'd originally think like classical music, right? Did you hear me?
Yeah.
I said with a name like Rhapsody, you'd think of like classical music, right?
Most of the time.
Yeah, no, they do what's called symphonic power metal.
Okay.
I used to listen to them a lot when I was a teenager. Then we have Nox Arcana. And they actually are classical music.
Also,
sorry.
Also, I'm sorry about if you heard my phone go off.
No. Oh, and then we've got Dos Gringos. Just for the record, Dos Gringos, it's literally a band consisting of a pair of fighter pilots. And that's what their music is about, is like the experience of being part of the United States Air Force. Like, you remember there were songs of theirs I was sharing, like Wingmen. Oh, we're the Wingmen, and it's nice to meet you too. We're just gonna stand here till you tell us what to do. You remember that, right?
Yeah. No, you did so good the last time.
I mean, personally, I'm just relieved that she remembers how to use her wings.
Yeah. I mean, I could go back and I could basically redo it until she actually does it correctly. But then I think I'm at speedrunner levels of if your monster doesn't do something correctly, then you just go like, no, and you soft reset and go again.
Yeah.
She can do it. She can do it. Come on. Swim. You can do it. Just don't drown. Just please do it. She did it.
Yeah.
And she learned a new technique. We're praising her. Oh, yeah. That's my girl.
Yeah. I wonder though, can you check and see what the new move was she learned?
Of course. I'm hoping it's not a physical move because it was an intellect course.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're training her for intellect, so if she winds up learning a lot of physical moves, this is going to be sad.
She learned Fireball. Oh, or Flame.
It's wizard time, motherfuckers! Fireball! I'm sure you've seen that meme floating around.
Yes, I have.
I still say my favorite was the one I was sharing. I know I shared it with Foxy and Dave, but I forget if I shared it with you.
Okay.
It's like the wizard wiggling his fingers at this one dude who's pissing him off, and he goes, "Explode your dick and smell your ass. Get bent, losers. Penis blast." And then like the guy's whole body explodes.
God, that sounds horrifying.
Well, that's the thing. Like the guy's whole body explodes, but then a little speech bubble appears above what's left of his head, just going, "Ow, my dick." Like, yes, that is one of the things that is hurt.
I'm a wizard! No! It's not doing very much damage. Ah!
Well, to be fair, the enemy's not doing a whole hell of a lot of damage either, so good news on that front. Okay, it's flame resistant. Hit it with lightning. Lesson learned.
time!
Also, are my eyes deceiving me, or like, did she just start with a shit ton of will, or does she gain will very quickly?
She gains will very quickly. As you can see, like, we'll get to the battle thing here.
Yeah, I'll try to keep a better eye on her will this time around so I can see just what the gain is. Oh, Jesus!
Wizard time!
Yeah, I was about to say, she gains the power to start vomiting out spells at a hellacious rate.
Ow, my face.
And just as a quick note for Commander A, I don't know if you were around for the previous streams where Metal was working with either Sailor Snick or Amakaris before, but usually the rate of will gain is nowhere near that high. Like, for Amethyst to be gaining will this quickly is... I have not seen that on one of these monsters yet.
Yeah, this is like hellaciously fast compared to our other monsters. Like,
yeah,
I think the Gali Naga had decent will gain, but it was not this fast, certainly.
Right. Still, if nothing else, that definitely bodes well for her career as a sorcerer.
Wizard time! Certainly. She gains back the will to use flame almost as fast as she uses it.
Yeah, like, you pretty much have to spam fireballs and lightning bolts for her to actually be at risk of not having the will to attack. And even then, it just means that she has to take like a 2-second breather.
Yup. So her first tournament
Is a clean sweep.
with no KOs, but she did do really well.
Yes.
She may have won the last time, but I don't know about sending her just yet.
Yeah, while her showing was definitely good, the fact that she got no knockouts is at least a little concerning.
Right. And as long as she can do a couple of these, you know, she's good.
Right.
Oh, we'll need to give her a little bit of defense training. We can't do that right now, but what we can do is throw her in for more intellect. You can do it, Amethyst. I believe in you. You're part snake. They're natural swimmers.
Well, some are.
Well, yes. No!
At the very least, I do think I saw like her pop out an inner tube or something to float
Yeah,
in.
she did get an inner tube or something, which I am thankful for. Oh, she's serving tea. That's adorable.
As it is. She's even got her own little hard hat.
Yep. See how much that int helped her out.
By the way, I apologize if this is a question I already asked and just did something stupid and forgot. But when it comes to the whole thing where Holly asks, is it okay to give instruction now? I take it if you say no, that sets the monster on, like, auto battle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, Darth
While
Penguin.
Yeah, I was gonna say, first off, hello to you. And second, while all you other miners have to help with mining, I just have to bring the miners a drink. I'm gonna put an asterisk there. You have to bring the miners a drink carrying a container about the size of your torso.
This is very true. It is not an easy job. Oh, this is going to be... I hope that she's able to dodge this, because these brutes hurt. As we know from Anacaris, if you recall.
Right. That said, though, a crystal golem, that's actually kind of neat.
Yeah, I think it's a gel golem, which means that they have, like... They are very predisposed to, like... defense.
Right.
Ow, my face. Okay.
So this would be the supersized Jello mold then.
Yep. But as you can see, our Pixie is also very fast, so she's not exactly at super risk for being hit, but you can see where it's like they definitely have a whole heck of a lot of defense.
All I know is I see the golem occasionally going for a belly claw, and the only thing I can imagine is Amethyst just hooking fireballs and lightning bolts at him while going, "No, bad touch, stranger danger."
Absolutely not.
Ah, so close to a knockout.
Yeah, but she was chucking enough. She was chucking enough lightning and fire for any wizard to be proud.
Oh yeah.
I suppose that's true. A little bit of magic.
I mean, the animation does show them actually physically carrying it.
Yeah. Plus it. Go ahead, Spirit.
I was just going to say, the training does actually raise defense. So I'm assuming there is a certain amount of physical work that is actually being put in here. Oh, good damage off the lightning.
Ow.
Don't worry, Jet. Pavlov's ideas are going to kick in soon, and you're going to have that learned helplessness trait whether you like it or not.
Just couldn't quite do it.
And for the record, before anyone says anything, furiously typing away at the keyboard, yes, I'm aware that Pavlov's training had to do with the bell and the food, while the learned helplessness thing was the dog on the subdivided platform that was electrified. I'm well aware of the distinction. I'm just making cracks.
She is at the very least making good progress on making sure that she brings home enough to feed her.
Oh, yes. Even then, it's not like you're in immediate danger of going broke, so...
Yeah, I mean, heck, Sailor Snick did that pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
I think she's starting to get bigger.
She's a little bit bigger, I think.
Yeah. I think she'll be ready for the, I think she'll be ready for the thing come next. Whatchamacallit?
The tournament. Yeah, there we go.
And I know it says I'm gentle on her, but it's also the reason. There's a reason behind it, because I think I've had in one Monster Rancher game where I was working the Pixie like I was the other monsters, and for some reason it ran away without getting stressed or anything. It was just like I punished it for doing something bad, and then it was gone for like a week.
That was the rebellious teenager Pixie.
Probably. Yeah, I think her int's doing pretty well at this point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, no, I can go back myself. Don't worry about it. I think it's just because we're like used to when somebody does the flying trapeze, they have to come back on the thing, and instead she gets to the other bar and she's just like, okay, I'm almost to the other thing. I don't think they'll mind if I just fly back. Fuck it. I don't need that bar. Look at me. I'm pretty.
He soars through the air with the greatest of ease. The daring young lady doesn't need the trapeze.
Pretty much. Down, boy. How much fire do you want? Yes? Okay.
I was about to say. Amethyst be just the kind of person to give the mathematician's answer for that shit. Okay, you'll have to excuse me. How many knockouts did she score in that tournament?
I think she got 2.
Neat. I did see at least one, which was like the last one.
Yeah, she did. She did really well. I think I might wait till next month to do the... Yeah. Actually, I will go ahead and do this.
Kind of mathematics equation that Amethyst would come up with. We are in the 3rd round of a tournament. I have scored 2 KOs by now. I have 0 fucks to give. How many lightning bolts does this mean you will eat?
Open wide, we'll find out.
Oh, so that's like the Pixie happy noise.
Yep. I'd imagine she's very tired. I just imagine this guy has flashbacks of Sailor Snickens just like, what do you want? It's just like, don't you worry, we're only here for taffy and mint.
He sees you walk in with he sees you walk in with the little grape flavored Daughteru and is just like, all right, where is she? Where's the muscle bound scaly menace?
She's on ice, sir. I don't believe you.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's like, I don't believe it.
I half expect her to come waltzing in here and demanding the price. What price, sir? I don't know, but she haunts my dreams. Are you sure you're okay? I'm fine! How much lightning do I have to throw at you, old man? Actually, I didn't check what Amethyst's new thing is.
Oh, did she pick up another technique when I wasn't looking?
Yeah. More fire.
I kind of like the face that Suezo is making, where it's like, she hit me with fire again after hitting me with fire 3 other times. How can this be? After forced retirement from the tournament, Sailor Snick had a very short-lived musical, Sailor Snick on Ice.
You can guess why it was short-lived.
Yes.
Apparently, if you want a legitimate tournament type of feeling for this, you're actually supposed to put the monster on auto battle, because when you're in an actual online tournament type of thing, you're not allowed to command your monster.
Oh, so that's like a thing for person versus person tournaments.
Yeah.
I find that a little on the side of unusual, but whatever.
Well, the whole thing of it, I believe, is that when it comes down to it, it would be the people doing the same thing over and over again to try and give their monster the best hit thing.
Oh, so it's to prevent things from becoming too uniform.
Yeah.
Ah, and there's Fenric. I was wondering when you were going to show up.
Dare we let Amethyst take the wheel for this one?
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Honor is for when you're dealing with other people. No mercy to the machine.
But yeah, Fenric, I decided to put in a music title. So not only do we have Sailor Snick, we have a Snick in a in her like
Evening gown.
evening gown, and I called it Maleficent.
Also, you have a dino dog.
Yes, I also have a dino dog. Dino hair, one or the other, either.
Well, I mean, its name was Spot, so I'm assuming dino dog.
Yeah. Fair. How many times must I teach you this lesson, old man? Yeah, I know it's dino hair, but it is fairly adorable.
Yeah, plus I'll be honest, I think I had a dog once when I was very young that had a similar coloration to it. It was a little beagle.
Okay, is this a zoom fragment? Don't know. Amethyst makes me so proud. She's so smart. I think this is our first time in the Vitamin C cup. The surprising thing is, who knew that vitamin C was so deadly? Because apparently it gives it's one of those life draining
Yeah,
one.
it's one of those things that gives like a big stat boost, but then cuts the lifespan somehow.
Yeah, like by a week or two? Couple. The Pixie is doing good so far.
Oh yeah, she's actually doing enough damage that she looks like she's going to be consistently scoring knockouts now, which so much the fucking better, really.
Right. Of course, I'm always going to be kind of worried about her low defense, but that's probably going to be fixed at some point in time while doing, like, the training that's off campus.
Right.
Ow! We have to beat Whirl or else we're going to be coming in second place. One more for good luck. I think this one's the one that we actually beat before, so we shouldn't have any kind of issue with this one.
Yeah, no, this was the one that you just lightning bolted into oblivion.
Yeah. That was a missed 90%.
It happens.
Yeah. More likely on XCOM than this, but it does happen. What did she do?
Looking away. Was the animation?
This is defense. Oh, she hit him with a she hit him with a bonking stick.
I was about to say she got like a little billy club and she just bonked him. That's both funny and adorable.
I didn't see it the first time, but it's just like, oh my goodness. Goodness. Seems like it'd be a very intimidating monster. I remember when it was intimidating. I still kind of think it is.
Well, hopefully it will be less intimidating after you lightning zap it back into being a museum piece.
Well, considering apparently it's doing a lot of tomfoolery, it is going to become the it's going to be just static cling is definitely its prerogative. Mopedo decided to drop out because it's just like, nope. I saw what happened. Nope. A very shocking
that was a shocking battle.
A very shocking
Boo.
battle. Had to turn up the heat on that one.
Oh, come on, you two.
It wasn't that bad. And I mean, it did end with her doing some fire, so I mean, you can't be too mad,
I know,
right?
I know. Just let me have my fun, man.
I know. Behold, we shall now use Pikachu logic. Aim for the horn!
Except in this case, it would be like the brim of the cap.
I guess. Away with you. Oh, come on! Away! Ah! Ah! Flame on! Ah!
At the very least, his hit... Oh, come on now. But, yeah, I was going to say, at the very least, his hit percentage is absolute garbage.
Yeah. Skill was not focused on for that poor golem.
Yeah.
Looks like we have to defeat Whirl or we're not going up to the C, B? B rank? C? B?
Either way, take strange black-scaled dinosaur, return to museum. Done.
We already have blue. We don't... We can definitely use Onyx.
Yes.
Whoosh. Whoosh. I didn't know it was going to be so cooperative.
Meanwhile, in the after-match interviews, the journalist comes up to Amethyst and is like, "Miss Amethyst, if you're really so smart, do you know what killed the dinosaurs?" And then she just replays that last fight and just goes, "Me!"
Very bad thunderstorms. Very, very bad thunderstorms. Yeah, she's C now. Saving here. We shall work on skill. And then the next time we do this, we will focus on defense. Or maybe just intellect. Intellect's always good.
Well, yes. Oh god, she's doing the same thing on she's doing the same thing on Akaris's, where it's her job to try and find the moon.
Unfortunately, she just keeps finding the castle.
Wasn't successful. The fuck you mean? She's still got plenty of stats off that.
Yeah. I think that should bring her up to 100%. She does not gain defense very quickly. Then again, I'm not exactly surprised due to the fact that, you know, she's a pixie.
Right. I mean, her fighting style is definitely more keep distance, pelt with projectiles.
Yeah. Oh.
Goat Paws is raiding with a party of 2.
Oh, hello there. Thank you for coming.
If it's you and like 2 other people, that's not really a raid. That's a strike. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
I couldn't help but make the Destiny joke.
I'm going to be bullied because I am a Oh no. This is the first time I've been raided. It's good to see you all. Yeah, I've recently been playing it because I remembered having some fun with it at some point in time. I know that I enjoy I've enjoyed some of the other ones, and so I decided that I would be playing this pretty much blind. We already beaten the the master battles, the 4 master battles, with essentially Sailor Snick. You'll see her in other in like some of my past recordings, as long as they're going to be staying up for a bit. But yeah, right now, what I'm basically doing is I'm trying to, while raising up this pixie, I'm going to be trying to make it so that I can find the other creatures, the ability to create the other creatures. We have the ability to create dragons, and we have one in our ice box. But we don't have the ability to get Hanger. We don't have the ability at the moment to get Phoenix.
We can't get magic monsters yet, and that was like the whole reason why I kind of pushed you into taking a pixie Admittedly, I do have a bit of an obsession with Tecmo's Deception at the moment. But I definitely would like to see Aldebaran in action.
Right. We don't have Ghost, and there's no Phoenix in Monster Rancher 1? I thought that there... Oh. I must have been thinking of Monster Rancher 2 then. Yeah. Well, if there's no Phoenix, I can't.
I was about to say, I like the juxtaposition between those two. There's no Phoenix in Monster Rancher 1. You now have to play this game until you unlock Phoenix. Like, okay, so I guess we're stuck here for eternity then?
We'll be here until we see Joker. Then again, I don't know if Joker's in Monster Rancher 1 either. But for right now, we're going to be we're going to be pelting dinosaurs with lightning. We're going to reenact Pikachu and the Onix.
Wait, if it was the aim for the horn thing, I think that was right on.
No. Onix has a horn too.
Yeah, but I could have sworn that was the whole thing with Rhydon. Never mind. I'm obsessing over something I fucking shouldn't.
Oh, no. Goatpaws says that it was Rhydon, so probably right. I just know that there was something that... So what was it that Ash did with Onix? I know that there was the sprinkler system, and then he...
Yeah, and then, like, it attempted to coil up Pikachu, and Pikachu just zapped it anyway, because water's a conductor, apparently. And that allows it to ignore Pokemon typing somehow, because the anime was so much bullshit.
It was. Yeah.
Ash versus Brock was a super weird match. Man, the anime was full of a bunch of super weird fucking matches.
Oh no, telepathy. Whatever will I do? I know what I'm gonna do.
Ash used Soak before it was a move multiple times. Yeah, pretty much.
That does make... That is fair. No, Pixie is lost.
That was close.
It was. If she'd only been able to avoid that one attack. Yeah, Ash always had a tendency to be like, oh, it's a rock type, I'm gonna throw Pikachu at it.
Yeah, that was part of it. It was like he more or less got to ignore the rules of how Pokemon battles are supposed to work by virtue of either Deus Ex Machina or pulling some kind of bullshit strategy out at the last minute.
Unfortunately, we're not able to do that here. We can just throw fire at a golem and try and cook it.
Yeah, but this isn't Pokemon.
We can, however, be given XCOM-like accuracy. Also, the Pikachu.
It's like that. It's like that old military argument of accuracy versus precision. I mean, if you throw enough ammunition at it, something's gonna hit.
True. Also, the Pikachu Swellow versus Solrock Lunatone gym battle, was that the one where they basically made Super Swellow by having Pikachu, like, shock the shit out of Swellow while they were going against the Lunatone, or was that something else? I know that there was some sort of Super Swellow thing, and I was just like, that was... okay. I had a feeling. I was just like... I just couldn't place it.
The only thing I know is, when it came to the pulling out a bullshit strategy to win thing, the only time I remember actually watching that as a kid and actually thinking, oh, that's actually a smart idea, was the fight against Lieutenant Surge.
Yeah, agility versus basically the hard-hitting...
yeah, it was pretty much agility versus power. Then if I remember right, there was some weird thing Pikachu did, like when Raichu was actually going to hit it with a Thunderbolt. Where
it grounded
Pikachu
it.
used its own tail as a grounding rod.
Yeah. Like, I do remember that. Oh, God. That was way too close.
Hey, a close victory is still a victory.
Very much so. Plus, it gives us more training G.
Oh, yes.
Because we've basically got the Sailor Snick paid for our renovations from mid to large.
Amethyst is actually getting kind of big now.
Yeah, she is, actually.
The Daughteru is growing.
She's becoming a young woman.
Yes.
Okay, this is Worm. Don't need Worm. She's still getting very good gains. More meat. Nom nom nom. You know, the funniest thing is we're talking Pokemon and stuff, and we're playing Monster Rancher.
I mean, there's still monster raising games in a sense.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, like Opal says, Mons is Mons.
Monster Rancher.
Monster what now? Man, you tell me.
Amethyst is one. Everybody sing along. Happy birthday to Amethyst. Get bigger! Amethyst so happy.
Best song, 10 out of 10. Will be sued by the RIAA here in about 3 weeks.
Yep. I mean, it. I'm not sure how else to put it because it's like the last part is all in caps, so I'm just like, "Happy birthday, dear monster! Get bigger, get stronger." Fight harder. And it's just like, this is just like when I just take out a monster that I just made. It's just like, hey, there's an official tourney. I just birthed this monster. I don't think it's ready. If it was a second generation, then maybe.
He's a newborn, Holly. Give me some time to attach.
It's barely out of the CD. I haven't even fed her yet. Amethyst getting so smart.
Yeah. Oh, as one last note on the Pokemon anime before I just completely shut the fuck up about that.
Sure.
I will say that I think I remembered stopping, like, watching it on a regular basis sometime around when they were going through the events of, like, Gold and Silver.
I wanna go to Viridian City.
All I know is, after that, I've seen clips of how it's gone past that, but I haven't seen any full episodes. All I remember is there was a clip. There were two clips I remember seeing that were actually kind of neat. One was covering the events of X and Y, where I'm blanking on names. The water starter, the Ninja Frog, like in its base state.
No, it's not Froakie. It's...
No, Greninja's the fully evolved one. We're talking about, like, stage 1, when you first get it. Oh, that's right.
Oh, I guess Froakie was
the middle one.
Yeah. There we go. I had it! I actually had it, but I just didn't believe in myself.
Yeah, I was hearing that, and I was like, oh, I thought Froakie was the middle evolution, but apparently I'm misremembering that too. Either way, I just remember seeing a clip where it was Froakie going up against something, and it was Froakie more or less using actual, like, ninja tactics, like creating like fake targets out of bubbles for the enemy to attack, lots of misdirection and shit like that, and I thought that was actually kind of cool to watch.
Froakie's an actual ninja, oh my god.
And then there was another one I saw, a clip I saw I thought was neat. And it involved a Mega Lucario effectively going berserk. And that's something I thought was interesting because if you read the entries for a lot of the Mega Evolved Pokemon, there's always an implication that there is something that Mega Evolution does that either fucks with their physiology, fucks with their psychology, or both.
I mean, Houndoom basically, its tail gets so hot that it starts melting, which you have to imagine how painful that is.
Yeah, and I think I'm forgetting which one. I know there's one that Mega evolved, and it like the entry for it explicitly says after it Mega evolves, it turns like sadistic, and it enjoys causing pain in others. And I forget which one that was.
I forget too.
But that's something I'm surprised the games didn't delve into more, or like later games that had Mega Evolution didn't have that as a mechanic where, like, even if you had the badges or whatever, they might still run wild on you after they Mega Evolve. And then they just ditched Mega Evolution entirely, and that made me kind of sad.
Well, apparently it might be a thing in the new A to Z thing.
Well, we'll see on that front.
Yeah, I mean, we certainly will. But I'm just saying, like, I saw the thing for it in the trailer.
It's heavily implied to be back in Z Alpha. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The fact that they showed the symbol for it is great and all. Like, out of all the various power-up mechanics that Nintendo has tried for Pokemon, I'm not gonna lie, I think the first two, Mega Evolution and the Z moves, were probably the ones I liked the most. But we will see if, like, it is a full-blown return of Mega Evolution, or it's just going to be like either just a plot element or just a far more minor thing than it originally was. Because Nintendo's been getting kind of experimental with the Pokemon series.
Again, which is a good thing, and as long as it has as much... I'm just hoping that it has as much TLC in it as Legends Arceus did. Because, like you said, there are problems with Scarlet and Violet. I mean, I have them.
It is a Legends Arceus-like game. I don't expect much of it, Megas or not.
Well, I actually liked the Legends Arceus games pretty well.
I mean,
just
plus,
because of...
plus Legends Arceus gave us steampunk Pokeballs, and that was kind of funny.
That's also true. It also gave us much-needed evolutions for Stantler and Quillfish.
Huh. I'll admit, I'm a little behind. Like, the last big evolution I remember seeing that I thought, oh, that's something that's needed or something I like, was the evolution for Primeape.
Agroparis, yes. Agroparis was everywhere.
Well, care to explain to me what this Agroparis thing is?
Well,
like the only Paris I'm familiar with that's become any kind of a meme was like the one really fucked up Paris that started showing up in Pokemon Go that people were sharing around, where it was like the field model of a Paris and a Rattata got overlapped with each other, and it was like this nightmare abomination that was half Rattata, half Paris.
Yeah, basically what Darth Penguin said. In Legends Arceus, Paris would chase you practically to the ends of the earth. And I do not know why. They were just very angry.
If I can make a comparison, it's almost like how in the early versions of Civilization, Gandhi's aggressiveness was really fucked up. Like, if I remember right, there was supposed to be a thing where in the early Civilization games, Gandhi was supposed to have very, very low aggression because, you know, he's Gandhi.
Yep.
But the idea of it is they set his aggression so low that whenever you discovered, I think it was democracy, whenever you discovered democracy, it would subtract 5 aggression from, like, all of the other nations around you. I'm forgetting whether it was democracy or diplomacy now, but it subtracted a certain amount of aggression from all the countries around you. But because Gandhi's aggression was so low, it was almost at 0 anyway. When you discovered that, it would cause his aggression to underflow and to loop back around to the maximum possible value.
All of a sudden, Gandhi's going nuclear.
Yes, that's actually where the meme more or less started, and in future versions, they thought it was funny, so they just kept it so that once you discovered that same advancement in other Civilization games, you get Gandhi suddenly coming to you and saying, "Our words are backed with nuclear arms."
I'm ready to nuclear strike you if things do not go well. Please reconsider.
Also, yes, because Twitchy Torble did bring up the evolution I was talking about, I fucking love Annihilate, purely because there's a lot of entries for Primeape in the Pokedex that talks about how it will get so angry it effectively just dies of its own anger. And Annihilate is literally just the natural end result of that, where a Primeape got so angry it died, and even after death, it's still angry.
Literally too angry to die, too angry to live. I'll just be a fucking ghost.
Terminally angy. That's a cuter way of putting it than I would like, but I suppose it fits.
The boy who lived sent to die.
Akuma the Pokemon. There we go. I think that fits a bit better. Monkey too angry to not be in limbo. Okay, that's good too.
Look, we tried to send you to hell. They refused you because you decided to beat up the imps. We tried to send you to heaven. You could not stop yourself from beating up the Divine Orchestra. We don't know where else to put you. Limbo is the last chance you have.
Look, we sent you to hell. We found at least 5 imps that you did unspeakable things with involving bananas and sticks going where they should not go. We tried to send you to heaven. You somehow bent the bars on the pearly gates. We didn't even think that was possible, but you were just angry enough to do it. I'm sorry, you're just staying as a ghost.
He'd be great friends with the Doomslayer.
Probably.
You were too violent for heaven, and hell became afraid of you. So no, there's
reject afterlife. Return to monkey.
Alright, so we can get 16, so we can go... The trainer thought they were finally safe from their dead primate, but then it evolved.
Now I've just got this mental image of this poor trainer of effectively being abused by their own primate every time they let it out of the Pokeball. Then one day it just gets so angry it falls over dead. The Pokemon trainer just heaves a sigh of relief that they're finally safe from this terminally angry motherfucker. And then, like, all of a sudden you see the primate's fur start to turn stark white and grow out. And then it opens its eyes, they start to glow red, and then, like, the Pokemon trainer just starts sweating bullets at the sight.
And the first trainer who had this happen, they were probably just like, I can't even be mad anymore, I'm just impressed.
Right? So Ash until the episode that he got rid of it. Kind of.
I suppose. Find the moon, Amethyst. I mean, it still got good gains, so...
Brain gain.
Oh, what did we get? Oh, there's Sail. Everybody remembers Ash and the monkey, but who remembers Ash and the Charizard, who'd apparently never wanted to stop turning him into
Who remembers Ash and the Charizard? I'm pretty sure no one could forget that, because that was one of the biggest sort of longest lasting arcs with Pokemon that I can remember, because he kept that Charizard with him for forever. And if I remember right, like, it started as a Charmander that was about to fucking die from being abandoned. He raised up into a Charizard, and then it just became an ungrateful asshole.
It really did. I still don't understand why he became such an ungrateful little bitch. Because it's just like, you were... Pardon me.
You okay, man?
Just a little parched. I didn't grab any water, and I don't have a hydrate button. But, like what I was going to say, well, yeah, I know he still has his Charizard, but it took so long for him to actually make the Charizard listen to him. Like, when was it that he finally actually started listening to him?
All I'm going to say is no Charizard slander are allowed. Hey, it's not slander if we're just telling the truth.
Ah, right.
That must have been after I stopped watching, or at the very least an episode I don't remember. It was claimed he didn't have enough badges. That was another thing that was kind of bullshit about the anime. Because, like, if I remember right, they would do things like introduce gyms and shit that were never actually in the games.
Hey, remember when Gary had 12 badges for some godforsaken reason?
Yes! Yes! And even as a kid, that set off, like, I'm just gonna phrase it in the internet manner, that set off the tism in me.
It's just like, there's only 8! Where did these extra 4 come from?
Yeah, like, the only thing I could think was, there's only 8 in Kanto. Did you fucking go overseas? Does that even count for the Kanto League? Is that even legal? If it is, then why do Ash's badges not carry over for the other leagues? What bullshit is this?
Well, apparently Goatpaw says that they explained that there are gyms that are not official league gyms. Then why should he be frickin'
yeah, then
showing
why do they
them
still
off?
Give badges
Why
and
do
shit?
why do they still give badges? Why is Gary still? Okay, another thing. Frickin' Gary and his cheerleader squad. And the fact that he had a goddamn car when he was 10 or something like that.
That said, though, when the first, I think it was the first Pokemon movie, that was the one with Mewtwo, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just that I did at least like the little callback they made in, like, the early scenes of the movie, where, like, when Ash finally goes to the Viridian Gym to face off against Giovanni, Gary had just gotten his ass handed to him, and you see the explosion, and Mewtwo is coming out of the roof from the explosion, but he's in the armor, so you can't really tell it's him right away. Mm-hmm. Then in the movie, they're showing, like, how things happen from Mewtwo's perspective. It shows him just completely trashing Gary's team and then busting out the roof again from Mewtwo's perspective instead. So you have that moment where it's like, oh, that's what happened.
And of course, that's the reason why freaking Ash gets the Earth badge, because of the simple fact that Giovanni had to go and chase after Mewtwo, so he left. Of all the people, he left Jesse and James in charge.
I mean, I kind of understand it, like, from a narrative perspective, but
thanks, Goatpaws.
You'd think after they fuck up trying to catch this one little electric rat so many times, they would eventually say, you know what, you guys are just out of the group. Or they'd say, you know what, we were going to reassign you to the fucking base in Antarctica, or whatever the Pokemon equivalent would be.
We're sending you to Galar. Isn't there actually Pokemon there? Yes, but they will all either kill you, or we don't have to worry about you anymore. Take your pick.
Also, yes, Goatpaws, you have a good one. Thank you. Thank you for the compliments and all.
Yeah. I do think that he left not too long after he said that he had to go.
Probably, but I'm still trying to be nice.
Yeah.
I've made this crack before, and I'll make it again. I am not the kindest or most virtuous man on earth, but I'm trying.
Oh my god, could you imagine if they were actually the most competent grunts? Like,
If out of all the Team Rocket grunts, Jesse and James really are the most competent, Team Rocket shouldn't exist as a group. Like, they should be just so utterly incompetent that they get away with nothing and the group falls apart.
like Jesus, they would have been trying to rob
Like, wasn't there explicitly something in the anime, like, a pair of Team Rocket grunts that were literally supposed to be Jesse and James, but competent?
Right.
And they were, like, named Butch and Cassidy or something like
yes,
that?
I believe that was I believe that is true.
Like, I'm just going off of raw memory, and my memory is semi-fucked. So you'll have to tell me if I'm messing something up here.
I do think that Butch and Cassidy were technically, like, competent Team Rocket grunts. But I still think they got their asses handed to them by Ash simply because of the fact that it's
right. Like,
Ash.
Like, again, this is just me going off of memory, so I could be wrong. But I vaguely recall it was a thing where, like, Butch and Cassidy were actually competent. Jesse and James more or less start working with the main trio for at least a little bit, purely because, like, the motivation was Jesse and James helping the main trio out because it's like, hey, these guys make us look bad and we can't have that. While for the main trio, it's like, hey, we'd rather deal with Jesse and James than someone who can actually be a threat, so we'll help them.
Also, do you remember the time that Ash and Misty and Brock made fun of Team Rocket by, like, doing their whole shtick?
Oh, like they did I vaguely recall there was something about them doing, like, an altered version of the Prepare for Trouble and Make It Double intro they always did, but I cannot for the life of me remember details. Everyone other than the league trainers and main characters were also pretty incompetent. Well, that's a no shit, but there's a difference between someone who holds the idiot ball for the sake of plot and someone who is just habitually an idiot.
Right.
They make us look bad, only we can look bad. Jesse and James probably. For all I know, that could be the case, man.
They make us look bad. We're the only ones that get to make us look bad. How dare you?
Like, I do vaguely recall a line, and again, this could be my memory fucking up, but I vaguely recall a line, it was played off as a joke, where it was something along the lines of, they're making us look bad. Hey, that's our job. I'm fairly certain that was something of the. I think that was something of the case at one point. Well, at any rate, I do thank you for chipping in. Like I said, that thing that happened back in my college years, my memory is just fucked. I must also vanish. More targets to bully. That target is my bed. First off, good night, man. Second, I'm not sure how you would bully a bed.
Oh, that's easy. You beat up the pillows before you lay in it.
That's just making them softer, though.
Yes, and?
I don't think the bed really reacts to the bully. You know what? Never mind. Fuck it.
Bully for my comfort.
I mean, if we take the British version, then that's accurate.
Also true.
Wait, British? Is it British, or am I thinking of Teddy Roosevelt that used to always say bully as a way of saying good or excellent?
Think about Nigel Thornberry. There's your answer.
I'm trying, but my mind keeps coming up with Teddy.
Okay, so I'm going to just say that it's more than likely just British. It is drastically British.
Just that whenever you say Nigel Thornberry, I don't think bully. I think smashing.
Smashing.
You know, with how big she's getting, for that kettle to still be the size of her torso, that'd have to be a big fucking kettle of tea.
Yeah, no kidding. Let us see if we can get our currently favorite girl up to B rank. Or A rank, I guess. Actually, do we want her to get to A rank? Yeah, we'll find out. Holy crap. No! Please don't be injured.
Jesus.
It was such a low hit chance, too. Oh no, she's been injured.
Damn it. I don't suppose you saved before this, did you?
I think I did. Okay, yeah, it was... Yeah, we did save on this day.
Cool.
So instead of going to get our ass kicked, we are going to work on...
What I was going to say is the seed for that, for all of that, really set prior to the tournament?
I believe that it is.
So that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. It's a method to prevent save scumming, but that doesn't help us at this moment.
Yeah. I do think that I'll be sending her on a defensive course, though, just to try and get up to another level of, you know, defense. I would prefer to spend it on, like, skill so that she's not, you know, missing so much. But I think the biggest thing is that, like, right now, she's just... If she gets hit, she gets just devastated.
Right. Like, her fighting style is based around playing keep away and pelting enemies with projectiles, but that doesn't really help when the enemy has projectiles of their own, like that,
Did something happen?
Like the slime. Also, yes, Darth Penguin is correct. We got a black screen at the moment. There we go.
All right. Sorry about that.
And Amethyst doesn't need to go sliding down the dunes. She just hovers her happy ass around.
Yep. Granted, these aren't very great games, but on the other hand, it is better than nothing.
Of course, now I just kind of have this funny mental image of someone's, because this is supposed to be training, I just have the image of someone setting up an obstacle course for Amethyst, and they're with like rings and the tires set next to each other, and they're like, okay, now try to make it to the end. Amethyst just stares at it, flies over everything.
We're actually starting to get a little bit low on stuff, low on money.
still, I think we've been going with Amethyst for long enough. It shouldn't be too much longer, and she should start producing a profit with regards to like training in to money out.
Right. So it's a pixie worm. Jesus Christ.
Oh, good Lord. And Amethyst is hitting just as hard right back. On the wire.
So close.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's just not hitting hard enough or what.
Oh, no, she was hitting plenty hard. It's just that her defense is minuscule at the moment.
Yeah. Doesn't help when she decides to miss on really high ones. Yeah.
She needs more speed so they can't hit her. That would also help, and it would be on track with what we're trying to do. But we would like to try to keep her defense at least at a reasonable level, so we don't reach down to the point where, what was it you said? When their defense reaches 1, they take maximum damage even from the weakest shit.
Yeah. So yeah, I know she does need a lot of, like, speed and stuff. But, yeah, it's pretty much, like, even at the smallest of percentages, there's the chance that you can be smacked.
Right. Plus, there's that whole volume of fire thing that I mentioned earlier. Like, if the enemy just keeps throwing out attack after attack after attack, eventually something's gonna hit. And you do need to be prepared for that.
All things considered as well, we are aiming for like 600 intelligence.
Right. I think that's what Fenric said we needed for her to find the slab so we can get access to magic types.
I think it's for like all of the yes, I know.
Is she just using magic so the water won't touch her?
Yep.
Well, at that point, she's not even really meditating under the waterfall. She's like, I want to have the appearance of meditating under the waterfall, but I just did my hair.
Yep.
But you do need it for the hanger. I'll be honest with you. The hangers I've seen so far also look like really cool monsters. But I'll be honest, I am like laser focused on the magic types at the moment, purely because I want to see one specific magic type called Ardabaran in action.
Right.
Because I am familiar with the game Ardabaran comes from, and it is a game I like.
Oh, she's got Sonic Blast now. Sonic Blast.
She needs to do is get a brush style haircut, get a tank top and some military fatigues, go and join the Air Force, and wait.
Well, we're gonna save before we do this. Oh no. It's the dragon.
Oh dear. The committee will recognize you as a good breeder. Holly, they've already recognized Metal as a master breeder. I don't think killing another dragon is going to help.
I forgot that this was the dragon one. Oh, I should have just... I should have skipped it. I should have.
Well, give it your best shot, and if things go wrong, you can load the save. That even looks like a magic attack from Deception.
Which? Jesus!
Yeah, the Sonic Blast that Amethyst is doing.
Holly, the only reason that we haven't done anything aside from this is because they haven't given us the way to get a banana. I don't know how to get a banana.
Yeah, Chiquita is still busy fucking around with the governments of Latin American nations, so we need to find a way to get that shit on our own.
So where do I need to go for the one for magic then? Yeah. Pair.
And I assume you know what he means when he says grab one from the source.
He might be talking about the one of the places in there.
Maybe. All I know is you're the one with his hands on the controls, so as long as what he says makes sense to you, I don't really need to understand 100% of it.
Oh. The banana is well, prepare for some technical difficulties here for a second. Because the
This is the point at which I would play silly mambo music to lighten the mood, but unfortunately I don't have that power yet.
we do at least have the silly music.
Oh. We do have black screen at the moment, for the record.
There we go.
There we go.
Para for trouble, make it double.
Okay, I know you didn't hear it, but normally I would boo that, but you did make me laugh, so...
Well, I'm glad for that. It's the item shop again. Guess it's a good thing too, because now we're out of items, pretty much. Now, this may just be making things a little bit harder for me, but I'm going to be doing a grade lower just to get a little bit of extra until such point in time that I feel like Amethyst will be actually able to, like, dodge most everything. Plus, we do need some sort of income, because the stuff that Sailor Snake gave us, not gonna last forever. Kind of surprised because up until this point, she's been really good. So I'm not sure why it feels like so hard to do anything with her suddenly. Aside from like this tournament, which was just kind of blow out of the water because her stats are good enough for that. But it doesn't feel like it's good enough for the B rank. Comfortable 10K again. wonder when Karn's going to show up, because all of a sudden, now that we have a monster that Karn would actually be able to, I don't know, get along with, all of a sudden he's just not showing up. It's the silliest darn thing.
Yeah, I just figured it's one of those things. Like, have you ever gone looking for something? Like a pencil or like a clip or something to hold a bag shut? And like, when you don't need it, it keeps getting in the way. You keep stumbling over it, sometimes multiple times in the same search attempt, and the object is just in your face constantly. Then the one time you go to look for it, it's like it vanishes off into fucking Narnia so deep it's having dialogue with a lion about a witch.
And the lion's demanding, "Ride me!" As Aaron from Game Grumps so eloquently put it way back when. We're gonna save here, and I think we've gotten a couple of levels by this point, so we're gonna give this a shot. And if it doesn't work, if it looks bad for her, then I'll pretty much just say nope, and we'll be forfeiting to one of the people. I just hope this jelly doesn't think it's his job to shoot us in the chest, because that's Danger Town. That is very much Danger Town.
Commence to jiggling.
It does seem that the level or two that I got for speed has made it harder for them to hit.
Good. We'll see if it's enough to carry, though.
Yeah.
At the very least, the cherry jello has gone to liquid.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Yes, use Quake against the flying creature.
Surprisingly enough, it would actually hurt, but considering the fact that it's an intellect-based attack, and I don't think that UTET has that much intellect.
And then there's the fact that it had a whopping 10% accuracy.
Yes, yeah. When do I get that attack?
I know, man. It doesn't seem to be very good. It keeps missing.
Still kind of scary.
Have you gotten both techs from speed training?
I don't believe I have. I mean, I think I got the Sonic thing from it, but I don't know if I'm missing one. Oh, thank you. I think I got another follow.
Neat.
Didn't say who though.
Isn't there a list or something on Twitch where you can see who's gone and followed you?
I believe so, but I'm not entirely sure about pulling that up at the moment.
Well, you can pull it up later.
Hello there! I thank you very much for the follow. I do think that I'll be, more than likely, calling it soon due to the fact that it's getting fairly late.
Yeah, if I were to estimate, given the time zone difference between you and me, it should be around almost 11:30 where you're at.
Yup. And that means that
love Monster Rancher and love watching people play Monster Rancher, well, you are going to enjoy the shit out of what Metal is doing, at least for a while yet.
Yeah, right now I'm attempting to, right now I'm attempting to get this Pixie up to the point where we'll be able to get the Hanger and Magic and possibly whatever else monsters there are. I know it's kind of probably weird, but once I'm done with unlocking monsters is probably when we'll stop, because I've already done the big four. That was done by our good pal Sailor Snick. If you're curious about who Sailor Snick is, you can go back to one of the previously recorded streams. I don't know how long it's going to be there, because I'm not entirely sure how to save the streams so that Twitch doesn't just throw them out. I think I've done something with putting them into a playlist so far, so I'm hoping that that'll do it. But if it doesn't, check out Sailor Snick while you can. She did a lot of work for us.
That said, though, when you're done with Monster Rancher 1, at least the work you're doing here, are you just going to jump right into 2 or do something else for a little bit?
I think the big thing is, like, the next game that I'd plan on doing would more than likely be Monster Rancher 2. That has a few more things to it. Otherwise, all things considered, I'm not sure what other games people might be interested in. Right now, it seems like I'm making a slight niche with the Monster Rancher game. Because I don't think I see many, like, apparently there's not too many people that are doing it. But I've been enjoying showing it off for those people who...
from the looks of things, it seems like Monster Rancher is one of those monster raising games that's got, like, a small but passionate community here in the United States.
Yeah. Like, when it comes down to it, I think I'm just one of a very small amount of people that might be showing this thing off, and I do want more people to be able to see it and experience it, because it's definitely not a bad game, and there's a lot of the monsters that I really like one of the monsters that are actually my favorite, and I'm sure that everybody's going to be like, oh, why do that's such a normal monster. I like tigers because they are fairly simple for raising. I do like pixies, again, fairly simple for raising.
Also, because despite the name of tiger, correct me if I'm wrong, that one is a wolf, right?
It is a wolf, yes.
Okay, tiger doggo, got it.
Yes. And this might be our biggest challenge, because this is Ryston. I'm a little worried because Ryston has a lot of speed and a lot of skill.
All I can say is that there's one thing that's definitely a positive about fighting Ryston.
If I zap him good.
That and the fact that he doesn't try to fart on you.
Yes, that's very true. Well, the other ones that do is just it's not nice, and then we have the whole thing where there's the other ones that are like screaming bloody murder.
Like I said, those are. I know I make the waifu jokes whenever typically one of the pixie breeds comes out,
Uh-huh.
But like I said, that is realms of fan art I'm not really willing to get into.
I don't think there's actually much fan art of the Monster Rancher games, which surprised the hell out of me, considering the fact that there's pixies, literally, yeah. Worms. I haven't raised a worm. I've seen some people use them, and they do seem to be really good. I had a golly. It was the Naga one. I think that was my first monster that I had. I didn't get those two streams actually onto this because I was still like struggling with OBS at that point in time. Yeah, E for everyone. Yet I feel like I should throw a Conker's Bad Fur Day warning over them sometimes.
They are rabbits whose fists are rated E for everyone. Yeah, kind of like the giveaway at the Oprah show. You get a knuckle sandwich, and you get a knuckle sandwich. Everybody's getting a fucking knuckle sandwich up in this bitch.
Everybody gets a knuckle sandwich. What do you want? We're not doing it, Holly. Amethyst is not S rank. And as much as I would love to get Sailor Snick out to do more battles by moonlight, I'm afraid that I would get done with one and Sailor Snick would just go and die. We're waiting.
And that would mean she couldn't be used for fusion, and considering how much training she's been through and the level her stats are at, that would just be a shame.
Yeah. Like, I am half tempted to combine her with our Golem. What's his name?
Oh, Anakaris.
Yes. I am tempted to do that because of the simple fact that their stats are so high that the second generation would be starting off very high with attack, pretty decent defense, pretty good skill, and more than likely, like, it wouldn't have good speed, but on the other hand, like, it would hit exceptionally hard, and we might even be able to be like beeline straight from like D to like, or you know, like the lowest rank up until like C or B if we're lucky. We've already got the dragon combination item. We've unlocked them. Oh, I guess it was the Dragon Tusk thing. My bad. It's Karn!
At long last.
I probably should have rested her yesterday.
Never question me except for all the time. See, at least that's a reasonable policy. That magic expedition bubble.
No! Karn, you fuck!
Please tell me you saved before this.
Fairly certain I did. We're going to do this one because we're going to get her back up to A rank, and then we're going to, instead of doing the training, we're going to actually rest her. I plan on, give me a moment, I've got to fix this again.
Yeah, I don't know what setting it is that keeps getting messed up that causes the black screen.
I wish I could say, because it's just like, it doesn't close the window. It's simply along the lines of, when I go back to the title, it apparently, like, OBS just kind of loses the plot, and then I have to basically be like, no, you have to capture this, and so I have to go into the settings and fiddle with them, basically take it off of the thing and then put it back on, and it's just like, oh, it's still running. Okay. Also, I hope nobody minds my PNG tuber type of thing.
To be fair, that was a leftover from, like, a bad joke I made, and you just seem to have decided to roll with the albino bat lady.
Yeah, well... until I get an actual until I get art done of the character that is shown on the on my thing, on my Twitch profile type of thing, I think I'll be keeping it with my gamer at the moment. Fuck! I hate it! Oh, that 35% just had to slip by.
Yeah. Apparently, the albino bat lady life chose you. All I'm gonna say is, as long as Metal's okay with it, like, that's his decision, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not against it. She's there for a reason. Heaven forbid I know what that reason is. Aside from perhaps entertainment purposes. Because it gives people other things to look at while I'm playing, so...
And then soon, about a year out from today, you will just be a full-on VTuber, I guess.
a VTubing albino bat. I think I would be the only one. Unless I am actually wrong about that, and there are other albino bat tubers.
The only thing I can say is I have seen furry VTubers, but that's about it.
Well, yeah, but aren't most of those like foxes and cats and stuff?
Species variable, but such are furries, really.
Oh, yeah. We were having an X-Man battle there. Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. I'll get VOD muted if I sing. I kind of feel bad for the worm because it actually looks like I'm just shocking the absolute bejeepers out of it. Anyway, it might actually be like right after that we're done redoing this that I will call it a night too, because I might just do a little bit of looking at where I need to go in the jungle to make sure that I get like the items needed for.
Hey, I think it was Fenric mentioned something about the upper left being where you go for the magic item.
Right.
The only thing I'm going to say is, so you're saying to me that fatigue is starting to set in.
Oh yeah. It is 11:46.
Quick, get some taffy.
I don't have taffy. No. I mean I have a coffee drink, but I mean that'd probably keep me up all night. And I don't know if anybody would really want to have me doing a 24-hour plus stream of Monster Rancher. Going from Monster Rancher 1 to Monster Rancher 2 because I decided to jitter my way into bigger, better things.
All I know is, did you hear about the guy? I think it was in anticipation of Resident Evil 8. He decided to do a marathon stream for, like, all of the Resident Evil games up until that point. I think it was, he made it up to, I think it was the end of Resident Evil 2 or, like, the beginning of Resident Evil 3, and he just fell the fuck asleep about 4 hours in.
that would be embarrassing because I think we're at. Well, then again, we are at about that 4-hour mark, aren't we?
Yeah. Of course, at the same point in time, you've seen me go for quite a bit.
Well, yeah. It's not like we're having any kind of a competition here. It's more along the lines of, we just do our thing.
Yep.
Also, apparently I have to hope that... No, wait. I think... Yep, it's me and Ryston. Time to teach him who is boss again. I hope not too many people mind about the albino bat lady either, because it's just like, I know I'm not an albino bat lady. I'm not even a lady, it's just... I like the character design, okay?
Yeah, didn't you say you got it off of that one program?
Big, yeah. I might eventually get actual art of her at some point if I can start managing to make some money. Please support me. I am currently jobless. Jokes aside.
Right. Which reminds me, one of these days, you know how I was all hyped for this new job I was walking into?
Yeah.
And then I came back like 2 days later and said, oh, it didn't work out.
Yep.
I feel like I should probably tell you the story of that at some point. I'm not going to do it on stream, but at some point I do have to tell you.
Right. With the use of these two taffies and the use of a mint leaf, we shall call this a stream once we save. I hope everybody had a good time. I know I had a good time, and it was kind of a surprise to get raided earlier, which was absolutely fantastic, and getting more people to enjoy Monster Rancher is just, it just feels nice. So we're going to be going to a black screen here for a little while while we do our little bit of a outro. Because I just want to thank everybody who decided to drop in, and hope that more people can get into it and, find a little bit of fun in Monster Rancher, where I kind of started off late, started off in a different Monster Rancher itself before getting into the first Monster Rancher, and yeah, I've been having a lot of fun, even though it's a PS1 technically title. The fact that they remade it, I'm hoping that they go on to remake 3 and 4, and maybe more of them. If they do, that would be pretty fantastic, because I actually have no experience whatsoever in 3 or 4.
And the only thing I really have to add is that I do apologize if my prattling is annoying, but I enjoy hanging around and cracking wise. So there is that.
And you make for great commentary too, so that's always fun. But for now, I shall say goodbye, farewell, and until we all meet again. I might be streaming again, but I think I might take this weekend off. So, yep. Have a good night. And if I decide to stream at some point in time, I hope you'll join us.